Buongiorno, it's a Stupidly Small podcast for Monday, January 12, 2015. Still summercast, but I must say, Lorin Clark.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm tipping. This might be the second last week of summercasting. I'm starting to come out of my ice block, my cave, my hermetically sealed cool box.
Yes.
And it's about time that Stupidly Small started proper again.
Reckon?
Yeah. Well,
We've got to build up to it slowly, though.
We'll build up to it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Because there's no, as you know, in podcasting, there are no givens in life.
No. And to those who have just stumbled across us, they're usually a little bit longer.
Yeah.
They're a little bit short at the moment because we're still kind of pretending we're having a break, aren't we?
We're pretending.
How are you?
Good. And I spent the whole weekend. I'll ask you how you are in a minute.
No, don't. It's boring. Yeah.
It is. I spent the whole weekend. I posed you a question and the listeners a question, and we wanted you to come up with the new Australian stereotype.
Yes.
Now, because what is the Australian stereotype abroad?
You know, lazy, relaxed. What's the word?
Idiotic?
Rascally. That's not the word.
Right, knockabout type.
You know, like, yeah, a bit of a smart ass. Like,
I'd say I had thongs, prawns, beer.
yeah, there are props as well. But I'm saying the character is this kind of relaxed.
Irreverent?
Yeah, no, oh my God, I can't believe the word. I'll remember in a second. There's one word I'm
Come, what is
about.
it?
No,
We're
stop
not going any further without it.
Just
Just think about it.
stop it.
Just think about it.
You're doing that thing where you're trying to ask my brain to do something and it's going to hurt.
Anyway, well, we've changed it.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like you've got a hangover. You poor people. I mean, you drinkers. What is wrong with
Wow, I cannot believe.
you? What is wrong with you?
This is what has happened
Can't get
to
through
you.
a weekend without the demon drink, eh?
How are you going with that? Still haven't had a drink?
No, I haven't. Have I become one of those, you think, already a week in?
I don't know, but certainly seems that little
Well, I
bit that
certainly
way.
feel a bit more above you
Hey,
in
do you
a
know what we
moral
haven't
sense.
mentioned?
Uh-oh.
We haven't mentioned how many people rang and wrote in saying no.
Well, what we're
Versus
doing
yes.
is compiling them.
Okay.
And by the middle, I reckon by the middle of this week.
This is your campaign to get people to tell you whether or not, yes, they
Support
like
summer, yeah.
and support it, or no, they are with you and are summer Grinches.
And summer should be abolished.
abolished.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
You know how you could get it to calm down a little bit is deal with that little problem of climate change.
I think we've passed that now, and we're just hurtling towards the sun at a rapid rate. So
Wow.
good luck to everyone out
Good
there.
morning.
Well, you know, let's be honest. How are we going to turn this around? Are we going to turn this around?
This is way too big for us
There
to be
is no
talking about
turn.
in a
In a
stupidly
yeah.
stupidly small.
When it's not,
small
when it's not a
podcast.
summer cast, we can address the big issues. And maybe in a couple of weeks.
Oh, we reckon we'll tackle
It's
climate
still
change,
nuggets
will
at
we?
this
When we're
stage.
back to
Yeah,
the
when we're back
normal
to full
size.
steam, when the office is back, everyone's back from holidays, we've
got the team on board.
beach. Yeah, when the team's back.
Yeah, the team.
We can't do this alone.
No, we got a big team.
Now, Lauren, we were
Yeah.
talking about the stereotypes.
We were.
And I'm here to tell you,
Yeah.
it's changed. So that laconic...
Laconic, that's the word.
Oh,
Laconic, what is it? Larrikin.
the larrikin.
Larrikin. That's it. Thank you.
I think it's changed.
Whew. Yeah,
That's now a figment of Australia's imagination.
good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah.
No, because the larrikin and the laconic sort of character, while being maybe on the surface seeming a bit like a bozo, was a bit wiser than he let on, and was prepared to give the fair go.
You know it came from the war and stuff, don't you? It came from, the Aussie troops and it's an Anzac myth. And basically, well, yeah, it was created in opposition to the Brits who were...
Jolly good.
Anyway, look, it's a long story. But basically...
Is that a British accent?
It is not... Did you just try to do a British accent that sounded
Jolly good.
very Dutch? Very Dutch.
There's only one man in this town that can do Dutch accents, and we'll speak to him one day.
We will.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, well, okay, so it's well, anyway, we were up for a fair go.
Fair go. So sorry, yeah.
That's where I was at.
Yeah.
That's all changed now.
Okay.
So
well,
what we believed ourselves to be,
Yeah, well, it has changed. Look at the way the country's going. Anyway, yeah.
and so I think, say, let's all base this on abroad. So I think abroad, we think we're cool, up with it, a little bit different, still a bit of exotic there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Yeah.
what we believe and what the reality is, or the perception is, two different things.
Right.
You know what we are now?
What?
You know what Australians abroad have become?
What?
Am I going to be putting people offside by saying this? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's
boring
always
the pants
terrifies
off
me
you.
when you ask me that. Yeah.
I think we have become Yanks. We have become the traditional. Remember what American tourists used to be like, right? They used to be loud, demanding,
Yeah.
boorish. I think Australians have become that.
Oh, well, this is when I was an exchange student in America.
You were what?
I know, but I have talked about this way too much. But this is a direct correlation.
Yeah.
It's like what's the other one? John Fane always talking about how John
was a
Fane
lawyer?
is a radio announcer in Melbourne, and he always talks about how he started out
Fitzroy Legal
Service. Yeah, I'm like that in relation to this.
When I was a student in America.
Student.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I mention this is we had to bring a dish from our home country to this
And you
thing.
bought a bowl of jelly.
No, I went to Dunkin' Donuts and said Australia has been colonised by the
So you're just lazy.
No, I was making a political point because the whole thing was about, it was in a class, to be fair. It was in a sort of political class. And everyone, the Spanish brought sangria, and actually the teacher got really wasted and it was hilarious because...
Very highbrow school you obviously exchanged with.
It was actually I found
Ridgemont
out,
High, was it called?
I know I've been telling you about the Amy Poehler book I've been reading, but I found out she went to the same college. Anyway... Point being, I brought those, and that was a long time ago, and I think that this has been happening for longer than that.
But
in fact,
now as an identity, we've taken over what the Americans were.
Yeah.
Do you think the American has become more refined? And we are, as we do with everything in life, we just slowly follow America, whether it's healthcare, universities.
We used to do it with Britain.
Corporate
That's what
law.
happens when you don't want to analyse your own identity properly and have a bit of a think about where you came from and who was here first and what happened.
This country's only been here for 200 odd years.
Oh, my God.
We're only very young. Before that, what was there?
Yeah, apparently, according to
Our Prime Minister,
not a great deal.
scarcely settled, I think was the quote from last year.
Yeah, we just popped over and fixed it all up. So, what are you saying? So there's no new
The new stereotype is
American.
We're the new Yankee.
So we've got an
tourist.
American flag on our back. No, we've got an Australian flag, but we are doing it in exactly the same way the Americans
We think we're unreal.
Right. Yeah, okay.
It's like the Toorak resident going down to their Anglesey beach house for summer and demanding Melbourne service and demanding to be, even though they're only in town for 3 weeks.
Right. Sort of. That's a funny analogy.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I really do think it's the Touros. It's the Touro factor.
What, so we're like tourists?
Go into a different environment
right.
and be over the top and boorish.
Yeah. But we've been famous for that for years.
You just said we were laconic.
Yeah, it's a confusing thing. See, this is why I didn't want to talk about this. It's too confusing. As soon as you analyse, as soon as you scratch the surface,
well,
you find
need
yourself
scratching in life, and you know what? There hasn't been enough surface scratching, right, on our own surfaces.
behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. That's the one from last week as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's been too little surface scratching behind closed doors.
Definitely.
And
in
now,
Australia, you mean?
Yeah, and now we've walked out into the sun. The sore has been exposed, right? Because we didn't scratch it off, even though you can create a sore from scratching. What am I talking about?
I don't know. Do you know what we are known? I don't know. I stopped listening about 5 minutes ago. Do you know what we...
My head just hit the microphone. It is a summer cast. We wouldn't do this during the normal one.
What I was going to say was that we are known for our... If you go to any Reddit, subreddit, or any sort of website talking about Australia, it'll take them 5 seconds to get onto what?
Shrimps
deadly
on the
animals.
barbie.
No,
right.
deadly animals.
Well, shrimps are deadly.
Crazy, and the drop bear. Everyone thinks,
The what bear?
There's the drop bear.
What's that?
What?
It's a drop bear.
What?
Is that like the American name for a koala bear?
Oh,
the
Stuart.
koalas aren't a bear.
Oh, Stuart. You really don't know what a drop bear is?
There's a band called the Drop Bears, but I don't know the legend of the drop bear.
Oh, well, the drop bear, as all Australians know, wink. The drop bear is a deadly bear. It's a very, very frightening bear that is...
Is this the Australian-only part of the podcast? If you're from overseas, please turn off.
No, this is just to let the international listeners know there is such a thing as a drop bear, and it's extremely dangerous. Like deadly. And from memory, I think it falls out of trees, the drop bear.
Well, how else would a drop bear function with a name like that? It has to fall out of a tree unless it's living on the roof of your house, and then it falls out.
I've just looked it up.
Roof bear.
I've just looked it up on the Australian Museum website.
Okay.
And the drop bear is a large arboreal predatory marsupial related to the koala, and its common name is the drop bear. It does have a proper name there that I won't even try and pronounce. Around the size of a leopard or a very large dog with coarse orange fur with some darker mottled patterning.
Does he wear a top hat and a tie and play the piano?
It's a heavily built animal with powerful forearms for climbing and holding onto prey. And it just, so it's very frightening, and everyone should be very frightened of it. And I can't believe you didn't know about it.
Well, we've got to get out of here. These things are only short. We've gone well over time. Now, tonight, when you're putting your bins out in the following suburbs, please beware the drop bear.
Yes, beware the drop bear. I can't believe you know about the drop bear. It's Monday, isn't it?
It is.
So it's midnight in...
Why do you always ask on a Monday if it's Monday?
Because
I did the same thing last week. Maybe
it just confuses me. I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite out of the summer thing.
Well, that's why we're doing the summer
That's it. Hey, St Andrews, Bayside City Council between Bay Street and South Road, East St Kilda, and the city of Whitehorse / Mitcham, which I forgot last week. I do apologise. Please put your bins out and bring them back in again when you're done.
Stay out of the sun.
Bye-bye.